All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another breakdown. This time we're looking at, I think it's Rocketman. This is a classic setup you will do time and time again, and it's a perfect solution done very well. We're going to talk about all the little production design details, all of the choices that can either make this an incredibly difficult scene to shoot or one that is fairly straightforward. And remember, the idea of something being straightforward isn't so that we can make it boring or so that we don't have to think about what we're doing. It's about so that we can eliminate those choices from our mind because we know we're going to end up with something good. And then we can focus on the little details because the little details are what are going to add up to those little 1% just making it better and better and better and better. And ultimately we get something that is really great because we built from a strong foundation, which we know is going to work. And then we can focus on all of the intricacies, all of the details, because those are the things that are ultimately going to make the difference and separate us from the rest of the pack. So that's what we're looking at today. Again, not terribly complex, but you will do this scene hundreds, if not thousands of times in your career. It might not be in a diner. Might not be between just two characters, but this setup you can take and expand. And the more that you can recognize it, and the earlier you can recognize it in the process, whether that's in pre-production, when you get there on the day in the tech scout process, the more you're going to have solutions. And the more we can offer up, the more valuable we are to any production. So remember, if you want to see the entire breakdown, this is just a small snippet from the Patreon. You can find the link down below the video. And let's get into this little look at Rocketman and a scene between two characters in a diner. It's going to be good. Where this next scene is all framework. We open on the credit card shot, right? You can see our man, he's looking down at some papers here on the table. We got a nice angle on all of it, but really it's just light coming over the top, super soft. We've done that shot a million times. Next. Ta-da! This one angle, well, not really this one, but this next angle dictates this entire scene. See how, first of all, see how this person that's doing the dishes here, this waitress, she crosses the frame, right? She's gonna cross over the frame right there, picking things up, changes his eye line so that we can be on this side of the line. Versus if she stays over there, we're gonna have to be on this side of the line, right? So her crossing frame there is a good thing. And that should be something that you should be adding. Back edge, neg, keen from the window that we can't see, which is over here, looking into the corner of the room. Corner of the room is right there, right? And then once we come to this shot, again, we rise up, framework. We know it's easy from here. We're lighting from the window that we can't see. And it's really this, choosing this table for this person to sit at dictates our ability to light this thing quickly and make it look great. All of those things we can do if we choose the right table in here and we choose the right angle on that table, right? Now, a couple of very smart things here. Having this piece of diffusion up here to control this hot sky if it pops out or anything like that, or the buildings get any sun. Then under here, I've never seen somebody go the curtain, the halfway curtain, plus the blinds, like just giving you that little edge, and see how it's not in line with his face. Right? Imagine if his face was up here, then it would start to get muddled in with the background. It doesn't, it's separated. Other genius stroke here is, see this light on the ground? There's no reason for this thing to be in there. It is only there as a cell for later, we're gonna put a hair light on him, a little back edge, but also just to make it not flat and boring. Because we're not really pumping in any light from above here. Like that's one option you could do. You could pump in light this way from above, like have a truss out here. And over the top, you put your two M40s out here and you pump in a little bit of level that way. But no, we're gonna just throw in this slash in here, keep the foreground all dark, and that way it gives us an excuse as we punch in. Let's see, do we punch in? Oh, this is another down the line cut. This is like, must be a theme with this movie. We're coming back, and then we're punching in straight down the line. Straight down the line. Let's see how the exposure changes on this lady's face too from that previous shot. Thunk, way brighter. Because this guy's probably gotten out of the way of the light in the next one. Yeah. So we cruise in, somebody passed by screen, and now we go from no hair light, really flat levels on both of these two, to sculpted. And this is the framework angle. This one, right? Classic. Just over here, like literally just off the screen here, we have probably got our 12 by 12, which is lighting up his face. Then we've got our back edge this way. We're shooting into the corner of the room, along the table to create the depth. the background extras aren't meddled in with his face, right? You don't want them too close to his face as he starts talking there. It's like, get him away from those people, make them blurry enough so that they don't stand out. We're using the shadow here, the darkness in the shadow here, to break up all this lightness out here. Key from that side, neg, eye light, back edge. And this is significantly easier. We're gonna play however many shots. What is there, 6 shots in this? I think there's 6 different shots. I mean, his angle, slightly less frameworky, only because, see how that hair light just went away? Just lose it. And we move our 12 by 12, 6 feet upstage, and now we're lighting for Elton. This thing in the background with our little light to dark, all very nice. And we're not stuffed in the corner table. One table away means we can pull them out, and we use the depth of field to really help isolate this shot. And then look at the wide eye line too. Like, we got wide eye lines because we're probably shooting 2 cameras, right? So we're going to go, this is going to be our 50 millimeter, right? This is our 50 millimeter. And then right over the shoulder, we're going to go our 100 or 135, and that's going to be our close-up shot. That's the 2 camera vibe. So we go from this to boom, right in there, right? Nothing has really changed, just significantly tighter, and it works good this angle as well as it does for the wider eye line, right? In the grade, it does feel like it's lifted. This side of his face is lifted more versus here, where it's a lot flatter. So maybe they're not shooting 2 cameras, maybe it's just a grade thing. But even here, like, this is classic framework. That separation from the background talent, using that shadow from Elton and the edge light. And again, because we got dark hair, sometimes it just takes a little bit more backlight to get you going. Okay, anything else in this one? I think that's it. All framework, 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 tight. 2 shots, 3 shots, 4, and we're outside. And then when we do come outside, okay, it's real flat. We're looking into the building. How do we make this exciting or halfway decent? Let's do the craziest Steadicam run we could possibly do. Steadicam over there, backlight. And here's an example. Like, if you're gonna do the sun in the frame, you can't really do anything. That's it. As soon as the sun is inside the frame, your lighting plan is completely gone. Because there's no way you're ever gonna get enough level to balance that out and make the background seem normal. So that's it. If the sun is in the frame, that's your look, right? You just have to eat it. If you wanna wait, or if you wanna go slightly earlier up here, well, now you got a lot of options, right? Because then you can bounce back level from over here. You can try and balance things a little bit easier. If the sun is down a little bit, then it's even easier to balance. But man, if the sun is right in the frame, that's it. You just leave it. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to eat it. All right, that's gonna do our look at Rocketman again. Pretty simple, right? But you can see where you start to pull out the detail and you start to really make it nice and 3-dimensional and sculpted, because you have the tools and one decision on where to place the talent inside of the location relative to where we can place the lights. It can either make the job incredibly easy or incredibly difficult. And when I say easy, it's about everybody. It's about everyone on the team getting the maximum out of what they can offer, whether that's the lighting, whether it's the grip, whether it's camera. All of those decisions are made easier by choosing the right spot inside of a location, not only making it look nice, but also making it functional and being able to make your day and to give up all the options that you possibly can to the director, which is exactly why you're there. So hopefully you enjoyed the breakdown. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, head on over to the Patreon channel. You get a breakdown each and every week, new feature film or a series or whatever it might be. You can put in suggestions as well. That is the spot to do it. Many thanks, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.